Hi guys, welcome to the Shoegaze 93 channel, the channel that celebrates itself. And today I would like to talk about kitchens of distinction, or rather a version of kitchens of distinction, and the fact that Patrick, the vocalist and bassist, frontman, and Julian Swales, the incredible guitarist, are playing in Brighton in just over 2 weeks time, 2 weeks on Tuesday, so 16 days away, and with Semay Wu on cello. I checked out Semay Wu's stuff, and she's really experimental, sort of like non-pop structure experimentalism with effects pedals on her cello. Really interesting player. But yeah, she's going to have to obviously get more pop sensibility when she covers the Kitchens of Distinction and Stephen Hero songs. So I think her cello will act as a bass, droning along in the background. I've seen some pictures on Instagram and their Facebook page, Stephen Hero, Patrick Fitzgerald, his page, and it's showing them that showing that they just started rehearsing, which is really good news. They showed some pedals, stompboxes, in the pictures, and the Boss PS2 was there, the delay pitch shifter, the pedal, that blue pedal the song was named after. I don't know if Julian's got his Alias quadriverb, but it didn't look like it. In the pictures, it was just purely stompboxes, which is quite leads me on to like a big topic for this video. Really, it's the fact that it's strange how even the old school late 80s, early 90s shoegazers, they've totally ditched the rack effect units, like the Alias quadriverb, the Yamaha FX500, the Alias MIDI verbs, the Roland GP8s and 16s. It's really interesting how, you know, even the old school guys have shunned that old rack effect technology, and even they've gone to stomp boxes, you know, just like our generation was like brought up with, you know. Really interesting how they don't stick to the old rack effects, because I thought they had a certain charm to them. I mean, I use them quite a lot. I've got the quadriverb, I've got the GP16, and I've got the Yamaha FX500 at home, and they've all got their certain charm, certain sound, and I can use the foot controller with my Roland GP16 because I've got the MIDI foot controller, the FC100 for it, so I can switch banks, switch presets really quickly. And yeah, I'm talking about presets, that was another big advantage of them. You could get a really good preset that was nicely set up for you, so you didn't really have to do much editing to it, and then you use the expression pedal, just plug that into the foot controller to actually like automate different parameters, so like depth of the effect, speed of the effect, volume, master volume, you know, you could do all that with these old rack effect units. And the quadriverb, for example, it sounds just as good as any Strymon, Big Sky, Cloudburst, Blue Sky, EHX Cathedral, EHX Oceans, like any of that stuff. It really matches up to it. So yeah, I don't know why sort of the old guys have like made it redundant, but anyway, maybe Julian will turn up with the quadriverb. It just hasn't been photographed, just to keep it as a surprise maybe. But yeah, I'd like to talk about what songs they will probably do. So, well, I need to give you context on what Stephen Hero is basically first. That's the alias, the alias name of Patrick Fitzgerald's solo career, which he's been doing since the late 2000s. And so they're playing a mixture of those songs, like from the Convalescence album that came out earlier this year. Really great album, sort of like post-punk electronica with shoegaze elements in it. Patrick tried to play like Julian as much as he could, and those massive delay and reverb layers are there to be heard. I can hear the resemblance. So yeah, I reckon Blind Minotaur will be played, and Imagine Me Gone, big songs like that from Convalescence. But let's go through the Kitchens of Distinction stuff. So started with 1989's Love Is Hell, the debut album. I think they'll play Third Time We Open the Capsule. That's a banger. They'll play Shiver and In a Cave. I reckon they're going to be the three from that album that are my big nominations. They might only play one from that one. Then Strange Free World from 91. Railway, that's going to be played. That has to be played, because literally the gig is right outside the railway station, so it'd be very apt for Patrick to introduce the song like saying, well, we're right next to a railway station, so you know what this song, you know what song's coming next, and then they burst into yeah. So Railway, Quick as Rainbows, Drive That Fast. They'll play those three for definite. I would like to hear Hypnagogic, track 3 from Strange Free World, because that's got this like dark gothy, really ghostly kind of guitar in it. Very creepy song. Which it's like the anomaly of Strange Free World. Like the other songs are really bright and happy, very dream pop, but Hypnagogic's like proper gothic, real dark stuff. And the guitar has this weird moment, but halfway through in like a bridge or refrain, where it kind of wobbles, like this creepy vibrato. It's like this really like haunting sound, and I'm really interested in how he got that. That must have been some awesome preset that he found on the Quadriverb. But yeah, definitely pitch shifting, maybe a bit of the Boss PS2 pitch shifting element of that pedal infused on that song. But yeah, probably a lot of the Quadriverb had a part to play in it as well. Apparently he used the Memory Man as well, the Electro Harmonics Memory Man. So that's really interesting. So he used lots of digital delays, as well as the DD3. Pretty sure he used the DD3 digital delay, especially with the hold function. I can hear that in his playing. He's definitely using the hold function on the Boss DD3 a lot, I reckon. Does the PS2 have a hold function? Literally can't remember, even though I used it a few weeks ago for recording. I can't remember if it's got a hold function. My God, this is a shoegazer channel, and I really let myself down here. I don't think it does, actually. No, I would say no, so I had to use the DD3 in conjunction with it. Yeah, that's right. So it doesn't. Yeah. So yeah, those three. I would like to see Hypnagogic, but I know that probably won't come. But Railways would be stunning, absolutely stunning, and I'll probably cry once it gets to the outro part of that song, because I really get emotional when I listen to it through headphones at home when no one's watching. I really, shoulders go up and my stomach goes inwards, like all the air being sucked out of it. That's the feeling I get, this feeling of suction and being sucked into the air. That tornado kind of feeling I get surging through me when I listen to that track. Julian's playing. Julian's playing all together makes me feel that. Those big, he's a master of the crescendos. He's a master of the big crescendos. And I think, so from The Death of Cool, 1992, I think you're going to get, you're not going to get Gone World Gone and Blue Pedal as much as I would like, because they're like 8 minute plus epics. But if we got a snippet of those songs, that would be tremendous. But I think we'll get What Happens Now, the opening track, a great song about adolescence and not knowing what the next step is in life. Really good, that child to adult confusion, something I can really relate to. Having sort of no idea what I wanted to do after school and falling for this history degree that I failed because I just wasn't really into it. So What Happens Now means a lot to me. Great opening track, great vocal melody. Guitar work is great. He's got this like chorus flange thing going on at the end when it goes quiet. It's got a nice dynamic change at the end with really interesting effects usage that comes in. And I think the other track, I do Mad as Snow, which again is another long one, but it seems to be more popular than Gone World Gone and Blue Pedal for some reason. Mad as Snow starts off with that acoustic. I think it's because it starts off soft and it works its way really nicely into the epic finale. I think that's why people like it so much, and it would definitely work for a stripped back kind of gig, which is what this is in Brighton. Although it's not acoustic. It's not acoustic. It's more. That was a Shoegazer 93 subscriber, I think. One of my 4.5k subs just went by. I wish. But no, I think, yeah, What Happens Now, Mad as Snow, and When in Heaven are going to be the three from Death of Cool. And then for the fourth album, Cowboys and Aliens from 94, I think Sand on Fire will get played, and maybe Remember Me. But I really hope Sand on Fire is played. That's a great, again, they were masters of the opening tune, the opening song to an album. They were masters at that, and Sand on Fire is no exception to the rule. Just great. And I find it interesting because Julian's guitar is it's got a bit more kind of normal distortion on that song, like it's more sort of 90s alt rock. It's got a bit more grit to his guitar, which foreshadows the change really that Cowboys and Aliens makes, because it is slightly different in sound. It's got a bit more I don't know, a bit more sort of 90s alternative sound to it. It's a bit more grit, a bit more distortion with the guitar, a bit more, dry in places. But yeah, it has that fantastic sort of middle 8 bit where his guitar like transforms, you know, from the dry sound into his kind of usual reverb and delay parts. It's just really great, really great. And then fully, maybe you'll get like Oak Tree and what's the snow song called again? I Wish It Would Snow. So, I mean, I'm probably not going to get all of them, but yeah, they're my favourites anyway from the albums. Well, Blue Pedal and Gone Well Gone are my two favourite songs by them ever. And Railway is, I think, my three favourite songs from K.O.D are Railway, Gone Well Gone and Blue Pedal. But I guess the latter two probably won't be played. But yeah, so that's what I hope for, guys. And Julian's going to be fully amped up, and Patrick Fitzgerald said that it was going to be full and loud. It's going to be a full and loud gig, so it's not a stripped back acoustic thing. But obviously there's no drummer, so it's going to be, you're not going to have that kind of rock drive to it, but yeah, Julian's obviously going to go for a big time on the guitar and have all the effects, all the ambient textures really belting out. So I think it's going to be great. I really do. I mean, it's two out of three of the chefs of the kitchen back, and then hopefully next year they can get Dan Goodwin back on drums, and then you got the full reunion then. Which is the advantage of the three-piece band, because you don't really need that many people to come back. We're just waiting on one person and you get the full reunion. So please K.O.D, come back next year. Please, just need Dan to come back, and you got the complete three chefs of the kitchen. One of the best three-piece bands ever, really. One of the best three-piece bands to ever do it. So really looking forward, guys. And if you haven't heard of them, please check out Kitchens of Distinction. Please check out Julian Swales, and please check out the Alias Quadriverb. Thanks, guys. See you later.